Welcome to The Update, Seoul Therapy's weekly news on Korean hip-hop and R&B. I'm your host, Liv. As you might remember from our Show Me the Money recaps, last week it was the producers track round where two crews within a team performed a song over the same beat. All the producers then released the official tracks with the remaining contestants. Team Kopal with Want It, Team zion.t and GroovyBoy with Freak, Team BY and Dynamic Duo with Win Win, and Team GroovyJus with VVS. All the tracks entered the Korean charts, however, VVS performed by DISS, Marani, Munchman, Kundi Panda and Mushvan received an all-kill, getting a number one on all the main Korean real-time charts, dethroning BTS's Dynamite. This is the first all-kill this season, and it shows that DISS and Groovy Room are really stepping up their game and did not come to play. The 7th episode of Show Me the Money 9 served us up the most anticipated round yet, the Team Diss Battle Round, where rappers from opposing teams were paired up to diss each other, while previously eliminated contestants were brought back to judge and vote on who had the best diss. Team Dynamic Duo and BY got to choose their opponent and picked Team GroovyJus. Team Kopal was automatically paired with Team zion.t and GroovyBoy. The members of Team Dynamic Duo and BY then started to pick their opponents for the round. Rose the Penny chose Munchman, DSEL and Kundi Panda would be going up against each other, and Kyogi and Untel were set to diss Mushvenom and Mirani. Unexpectedly, before Team zion.t and GroovyBoy managed to pick their opponents, Swings came out and asked Lil Boy to pick him. Lil Boy remained calm and didn't respond. In retaliation, Skyminyuk went up and challenged Swings to fight him instead. The battles were then decided through a random draw instead of the rapper calling out his desired opponent like before. Wonstein and Lil Boy got paired. McDaddy would be going up against Chillin' Homie, and in a funny turns of events, Skyminyuk did end up being selected to go up against Swings. This meant that Lil Boy would diss Kaki instead. Just like that, the battles were set and the Team Diss battle round started. Team Groovy Room and DISS and Team Dynamic Duo and BY went first. We're shown the process behind their diss battles. Each team gathered together and threw ideas around. DISS contributed a lot, telling Munchman to use his strong build to intimidate Rose the Penny and directing Mirani style in the diss she prepared for Untel. BY provided most of the feedback on his team. The round commenced with Munchman and Rose the Penny going first. Munchman held a toy hammer in his hand for his turn. The lights in the studio turned red as he dissed Rose the Penny. He rapped in his face, looking straight in his eyes. Rose the Penny remained calm, however, he fired back during his turn. The rapper mentioned Munchman's crew, NBA, and EK, a Show Me the Money 777 and 8 contestant and fellow NBA member. Their battle finished and the eliminated rappers were told to cast their votes on who won this battle. Kundi Panda and DSEL were up next. Kundi Panda wore a suit and used the Super BY bead for his diss. For further context, BY is the CEO and founder of Deja Vu, the label that Kundi Panda is currently signed to. BY looked surprised as Kundi Panda dissed DSEL and him simultaneously. DSEL attacked back and used his own self-produced beat for his verse. He told Kundi Panda that everybody only regarded him as a potential winner because he bore a striking resemblance to Hangzhou, the winner of Show Me the Money 6. The next battle was Mirani and Mushvenom up against Untel and Kyogi. Mirani dissed first with Munchman carrying her bridal style as she rapped the first few bars before being put down. Mirani's diss focused on the previous criticism of Untel's rap style being basic and nothing new. She even brought up his outburst towards Ulti in Season 8. Mushvenom started his diss after her. He called out Kyogi for looking like a rip-off version of the Quiett, a highly respected rapper in the K-hip-hop scene. He even attacked Kyogi for his patriotic rapper concept when his rap name isn't even Korean. Kyogi fired back, imitating Mushvenom's rap style and using the Dodunga lyrics against him. He also made sure to diss Mirani at the end. Untel attacked after with an Eminem beat, using clever rhyming in his diss. The results of the diss battles were revealed. Rose the Penny won against Munchman, while Kundi Panda won against DSEL. The score was 1-1, and the winning team would be decided based on the results of the last battle between Mirani and Mushvenom, Kyogi and Untel. Mirani and Mushvenom won, which meant that Team GroovyJus won this round and a member from Dynamic Duo and BY team would be eliminated. That rapper ended up being DSEL. Last was the long-awaited Team Diss battle round between Kopal and zion.t and GroovyBoy. Their rehearsals and brainstorming process was also shown. This time, Swings was in his element, carefully crafting disses with his team members and giving them ideas. We also saw Swings picking Big Sean's Control beat, which he had previously used to diss Dynamic Duo and Simon Dominic concerning E-Sense's departure from Amoeba culture. Their disses started with Leon and Wonstein's battle. Leon wore a pastel curly hair wig which resembled Wonstein's hair. In his diss, he mentioned Mummy's Son, which is the head of Beautiful Noise, the record label that Wonstein is signed to. Wonstein remained calm, and before he attacked Leon, he played a recording of his mother's voice, asking him about the diss battle, and then went in. And if Leon was going to bring up Mummy's Son, Wonstein was going to bring up Basic, the head of Leon's label. McDaddy and Chillin' Homie were up next, with McDaddy attacking first. He went as far as throwing money in Chillin' Homie's face. In contrast, Chillin' Homie remained calm and collected and took many jabs at McDaddy when it was his turn. After that battle, we got to see the battle between Kaki and Lil Boy. Kaki imitated Lil Boy's outfit from the time in which he was promoting Geek's hit song Officially Missing You. He even chose the song as his opening, with Lil Boy clearly feeling nostalgic towards the beat rather than mad that Kaki used it. Kaki made several lyrical mistakes in his diss, and their team's use of props was all over the place. Lil Boy attacked Kaki next, calling Kaki Cookie and himself an OG. He cleverly used the lyrics of Officially Missing You in the last part of the verse, making Kaki's diss seem weak. As expected, Swings and Skyminyuk went last. The controlled beat played backstage, and we saw Geico's face fall as Choiza tried to comfort him. Swings went over to Skyminyuk on stage and tore off the chef's hat he was wearing. He put his arm around his neck and wrapped the diss right into his ear while dragging him around. Everyone was amazed by the situation, but Skyminyuk took it in his stride and collected himself while the other team members encouraged him. He finally started his diss where he called Swings Moon Dweji, Moon being Swings' last name and Dweji meaning pig in Korean. While he couldn't look Swings in the eye, Skyminyuk still finished his diss without a mistake, even calling Swings scary in his verse, and in the end the two hugged it out and laughed together. The results were then revealed with Wonstein, Chillin' Homie, and Lil Boy winning. Skyminyuk lost, but his team won, meaning that Team Kopal had to eliminate Kaki. With that round over, the mic selection round began. This round consists of live song performances in which two rappers would prepare the same song, but only one would perform the song while the other was automatically eliminated. Team Kopal will go up against Team Dynamic Duo and BY first, while zion.t and GroovyBoy and GroovyJus were paired. Each team selected one member who would be safe from elimination and automatically perform the song of their own. For Team Kopal, the safe rapper was Swings, while on Team Dynamic Duo and BY, Untel was safe, and Untel and Swings went up first. The voting was a mix of live and online audience contributions, and Swing performed after with Code Kuntz's beat and a feature from Palo Alto. But we didn't get to see the results as they will be revealed next week. What we did get to see was which member of Dynamic Duo and BY ended up getting the mic, and it was Kaogai, and he entered the stage on a motorcycle and rapped hard, meaning Rose the Penny was sadly eliminated. The episode ended there, and we will see the continuation of this round on episode 8. Zion.T has announced that ahead of the expiration of his contract with the Black label in April of next year, he will be leaving YG's imprint to set up his own label in January. Zion.T is one of the most skilled singers and producers in the industry. It's expected that he'll develop some strong new talent with his new company. Maybe the likes of Show Me the Money that he's currently a judge on will give him a playing ground to scout new talent. Yumdda and the Quiett have also created their own joint company, Daytona Entertainment, which came as a surprise as we didn't think that the Quiett would take this route so soon after the closure of Illionaire Records and would focus his efforts more on growing Ambition music and bringing in more talent to the label, but it looks like balancing two labels is what he loves to do most, and it's not his first rodeo. When you think about it, these two going into business together makes a lot of sense as they're both part of Des Moines and host Rap House on air. Moreover, the Quiett has proven throughout the years that he's a very successful entrepreneur with Soul Company, Illionaire and Ambition, and Yumdda has been doing great as well with his music reaching more people, his merch line and Soju Flex along with his brand deals. The Quiett and Yumdda were seen celebrating their business union on Instagram in front of a billboard for their company logo in Seoul. We don't know much about the label's direction with regards to music, but it sure will be interesting as it seems to be different from Ambition, hence the new direction. Who do you think they'll sign first? This has been The Update. Don't forget to like, share and comment telling us what you thought about this week's news. I'll see you next week.